So, if you ever wanted the biggest proof that Disney pays these sites to give their movies good scores, okay, well, it started with, Captain Marvel. Then, for some reason, The Rise of Skywalker got good scores, even though it wasn't a very good movie. Okay, then there was, the Disney remakes. Okay, but the Little Mermaid remake. Okay, yeah, yeah, okay. If you look at the user scores, I don't know how this is the user reviews as well. I wouldn't be just too surprised if the game with the negative scores as well. But if you look at the actual scores, similar to Rotten Tomatoes, people have always talked about Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, but here's the actual score for the Little Mermaid remake. It is a 4.6 out of 10. Okay, you have the United States 5.0, UK 5.7, Canada. Apparently, Canada hates this movie. Brazil, Hungary. I don't know why they were putting Hungary here. Okay, but this movie, unrated scores, okay, is a 4.6. Yes, the real Little Mermaid remake score is revealed to be 4.6. So that means people's voices of this movie are being silenced, okay, by Disney, okay. That Disney paid IMDb to give this movie a 7.2. So this score, that to point out, similar to Rotten Tomatoes, was its bottom paid for since Captain Marvel's bad scores on there. So Disney did everything they could to protect the future releases from getting bad scores. And they do this all the time. When Lion King came out, they did this with Lion King, okay, and stuff. They put in a bunch of bot reviews, but apparently the bot reviews are not enough to save the Little Mermaid remake. Okay, it seems that the Disney bot reviews, the Disney bought and paid for scores, okay, it isn't enough. Okay, yeah, and I saw this. On the TikTok live. It was awful. This movie was awful. It's not even worth watching. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Okay, of course it deserves a bunch of 1-star reviews because it's a completely awful movie. Okay, a completely awful movie. Okay, there's nothing good about this movie. Okay, besides maybe like one or two funny scenes, but you can just watch anything else. Okay, Mario movie had funnier scenes than this. Mario was a better movie than this. Okay, Little Mermaid is complete garbage. It's complete ass. Okay, and just like every other Disney remake, okay, The Lion King, Aladdin, it's complete garbage. It's just horrible. Okay, soulless. Okay, as well. Okay, and people are sick and tired of these remakes. People are sick and tired. People are sick and tired of the Disney remakes. Okay, and Disney can throw all the money they want at IMDb to keep the scores, quote unquote, reliable. But we all know people don't like this movie. We all know Disney paid IMDb to hide the user scores. Okay? Because they couldn't accept that this movie was going to flop. Because then, even then, if this movie did flop, which it is going to flop, guess what? They're going to call people racist for not seeing this. Kind of like Ghostbusters 2016. How dare sexist people not go see Ghostbusters? Okay? And then all really started with that movie. Okay, and then Hollywood started saying, you know what? Even though Ghostbusters 2016 was a monumental failure and absolutely no one liked it, let's continue pushing for race swap movies and gender swap movies. Okay, all female cast movies that of classic series or classic movie franchises. Or race swap things, which is now becoming a more common thing. I think this is the Ghostbusters 2016 of this year. The Little Mermaid is going to be the Ghostbusters 2016 of this year. Because people do not like this movie. Okay, people do not like this movie. And people want their opinions to be known. And Letterboxd, you know, all the scores are coming out for Spider-Verse. Okay. It also has a 3.6 out of 10, which I gave this movie the lowest score possible. Okay, which is a, I think I gave it 1 or half a star, but a lot of people didn't really like this movie too much. But I think yeah, it's a half a star. I gave it a half a star. Okay, okay, you know, and there's a lot of things wrong with this movie. Okay, the screen is too dark. The Aquafina song, the CGI, the fact that Sebastian is a freaking crab that can't breathe underwater. Okay? Everything about this movie is a disaster. Okay? And IMDb, on this site it's basically like, goes by like fans and fanboys. I really don't know how this site works, but you know. But I gave it the lowest score possible. I am basically in with all these people. Yeah. Okay. I wonder who else gave this movie a 1 star. Yeah. And yes, there are people who like this movie, obviously. I wonder if you could rate it by half a star. So, I'm not the only person in this boat. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. This is an abomination of a movie. Okay. The music is awful. The actors are the acting's bad. Okay. Aquafina Skull, yeah. Basically, just watch the original. Okay? If you really want to watch the real movie, just watch the animated movie. Okay? Let's watch that version instead. Okay? Or if you want to watch a bad movie, the Spider-Verse is out. Just watch that instead. I hope I changed one person's mind about watching the Little Mermaid remake, because this movie's complete ass. It deserves no money. Okay, it deserves as little money as possible. Okay. Okay, and they could have easily avoided this by making an original idea. They could have easily avoided this race controversy. Yeah, they could have easily avoided this whole controversy. Okay. By making an original story. Oh, who would have guessed that problem? Who would have guessed that problem? So yeah, these review sites are not really trustworthy. That's why I started doing my own. Okay? My own. That's why I started doing my own. Because these review sites are not trustworthy anymore. Okay? Because they will bend down to Disney. They'll bend down to Naughty Dog, which is the only other company that will do that. So they can change the review ratings for movies and stuff to make so the crap gets high scores, which it's stupid. Okay, review sites should not, accept. It's so that there's corruption on Amazon, Rotten Tomatoes, and Metacritic's part, because Amazon owns IMDb as well. There's corruption, and yes, tomorrow I'll update the scores on my phone, because you can finally look at YouTube, community tab on the tablet. Which finally, after a while, you can do that, but it'll be much more easier for me to do. Okay, but again, Disney could have easily avoided all of this controversy by making an original story. Okay. Even then, it probably will still lost money. Okay, The only reason why it made this much money because they're using an IP to attach it to. And even then, it's still going to lose money anyways because nobody wants to see this garbage. Goodbye.